Hello, fellow educators. I hope that you guys are beginning to embrace in terms of embrace where you are, in terms of your teaching, and always remind yourself the reason why you became a teacher. You became a teacher because you feel that you have a lot to give, and also you feel that you want to make a difference. That's what most of us go into teaching for. We go into teaching because we know we have a lot to offer. Remember, educators, it doesn't matter what anyone else say. Remember your purpose and your vision, because you actually went into education because you feel that you have a lot to give, and you also know that you could support a child who doesn't have that extra support. You also know that when you actually get into education, there is this child that you're making a difference in their lives. Because a lot of us are in education because we know, we are passionate about it. We also know that education doesn't pay. So if we want to be filthy rich, or if we want to have so much more money, education is not going to give it to us. We actually came into education because we know we have a purpose, we have a mission, we have a vision. That's the reason why I came into education. I keep on saying I didn't choose education because I wanted to become a medical researcher. Education chose me. And believe me, I would do nothing else because I know I'm good at it. I know that I'm making a difference, and I know that some children out there that depend on me. They see me as a role model. They also see me as the person who empowers them when they see this person in the morning, because I also know some of the children that I serve, they don't have a fantastic home life. And I know I could make a difference. So in terms of me being in education, yes, it's challenging, but it is wonderful, because I just think I am actually contributing to the future leaders of this world. That's a lot. In spite of all of that, there are times when it can be challenging. I know that. The times I come home, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, today was a tough day. But I still would not say that I regret being in education. I just have to find the win. And I also have to remind myself of my passion, and find my passion and celebrate it. I'm looking at classroom management, which actually is always a challenge for us educators. I'm no different. I understand the pain. I know that because I'm in it. And in the past few weeks, from the time we've gone back into the physical classroom, oh boy, haven't I been experiencing some classroom management issues. The students have been very noisy. They're not listening. They're constantly chatty. And the interesting thing about it, when we first started, I thought, okay, they might have mental health issue because they have not been talking to their friends for a while. So I allow that. But then I realized that that's becoming to be a pattern. So I needed to take control of my class. And these are some of the ways of taking control of my class. I realized that I have to, instead of them just coming into my classroom, I meet them at the door and I greet them. Because initially I was just allowing them to come into the classroom. And one day I thought, you know what? When I was in primary school, I would greet them. Also, the younger students, I would be at the door, make sure they're lined up outside the classroom, and I'll allow them to come in. Okay, these are sixth formers, but I do feel I need to try to do the same thing. So I began to do that. I began to greet them at the door and do a sitting plan. So I've done a sitting plan because initially for the first few weeks I was there, because this is a new school to me, I realized I've identified the students that are chatty, and I thought, you know what? For me to survive and for me to teach them, for them to learn, I have to do a sitting plan rather. So I decided to do a sitting plan. It was not something that A, they expected, because I'm a new teacher with the school, and B, they began to oppose it. You know what? I was not even interested. I continued with my sitting plan. And my manager was saying to me that, you give them detention, you put their name on the board, da, da, da. So I thought, okay. I started resisting that because I felt that I could manage without that. However, when people are conditioned, it is very difficult to manage without what they've been conditioned with. And my students are conditioned. Sorry. So what I did was I put them in sitting plan, and then I say to them that I'm going to count to 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody speaking after that, I'm going to put their name on the board. That is the behavior part of the board. And anytime they've done something really well, achievements, I celebrate that. The first week I started doing that was this week. We've been in the physical classroom for about 5 weeks. But I decided this week to do my sitting plan, do my detention, and put names on the board. Sadly, it have worked. That I had to resort to putting names on the board. I have not done detention, as I said in one of my platforms, for over 20 years. I didn't even know how to do detention anymore because I don't feel detention work. But detention seems to work for the students. So Monday, I put names on the board for achievements and behavior. Behavior, I think I had about 6 students in my 6th form. 6 students in terms of behavior, I put them on detention, half an hour detention. The next day when I saw them, they went, I remind them of the sitting plan, they went and did it, they went to the seat. Would you believe it? That wasn't a problem. I was able to teach. And it became so enjoyable again. And even students were saying, oh my goodness, Miss, I've learned so much. This has also reminded me that I did not take control of the class by following the programming that the students have been programmed. So these are the things I do. I greet them at the door. I put them in sitting plan. And I put on the board the behavior chart that the school is used to and the students are used to. That works. I also make sure that when they come into my classroom, I have classical music, which I always used to do, but this school I'm in, the internet doesn't always work, the computers are slow, but I'm thinking, okay, I won't be able to do it for all of the classes, but for some of the classes where the internet works and where the computers are faster, I do that. So I put on my classical music and there is something on the board. So when they come into something focused. So I was doing the classical music before, but I wasn't, so consistent in making sure there are things on the board for them. Because I felt that they were adult enough. So when they come in, I would say, okay, what we were doing in the last lesson, can you take your books out or take the notes out and let's just have a look at this while I'm doing the register. That doesn't work. That works for some students in some schools. This school I'm at, it doesn't work. I have to make sure that there's something on the board for them. So when they come in, focus on the board, get on with what's on the board while I take the register. And anybody talking, I count to 4, 3, 2, 1, name on the board. And after 3 warnings, 3 ticks, detention. That works, sadly. And I had to do that again today with one of my 15-year-old groups. And I didn't go to the detention. So I put the names on the board, but most of them had 1 warning, and then that was sorted. So how do you start your class when you're actually starting a class for the day, either your first lesson for the day, or if you're in secondary school, when the students come into your classroom? How do you start off that session in terms of ensuring that you have that classroom management, you start off and you end positively in terms of classroom management? So those are the 3 things I do. Greet them at the door, classical music on, also something on the board, also following the school behavior policy. That is crucial, crucial, crucial. Debbie thought that she would not have to do that because the students are mature enough, because they're 6th formers. So I could actually say to them, okay, get your books out and let's get on with it. That doesn't work. They don't know how to stop talking. So I had to actually take control of it. That is quite sad because I do not like taking control. But I had to remind myself, in order for me to have my class, I have to take control. And it's working. So those are the 3 things I do in terms of behavior management. So, sorry, classroom management. Please share yours. And tomorrow I'll be in again looking at another set of things I do in terms of classroom management. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic evening, night, morning where you are. And educators, remember your passion, your purpose, your vision, and your mission. And remember, you are making a difference to a child's life, although you may not think so because it might be so challenging. Also remember to identify your wins, because every day there must be a win for you to celebrate. Take care, guys. Have a blessed evening. Stay blessed. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.